Hi there, I'm Bob and I'm doing the New Testament reading for today. So we're in Philippians chapter 1 today, and we're going to read from verse 1 through to verse 26. But the book of Philippians is a book written by Paul. In fact, it's a letter written by Paul, and he's writing from, we think he's writing from prison. In fact, it's pretty clear from what you read that he is writing from prison. And people who know their stuff think that I think he wrote this book around AD 61-62, so somewhere about 30 years-ish after Jesus has ascended and gone back up to heaven. So it's a book about rejoicing. So the whole book has this theme of, in fact, it's a really good book and really nice letter, because he's not drilling the church and saying, you've done this wrong, you need to sort this out. He just, loads of it is really positive, really amazing stuff that he's writing to them. And there's this theme of rejoicing that goes through the whole book. So first of all, Paul talks about his rejoicing in affliction and in his hardships, and then he talks about his rejoicing in his ministry, even though it's difficult. He loves it. There's a rejoicing in it. Then he focuses on Jesus. There's this rejoicing in who Jesus is and what Jesus did and what he accomplished on the cross. And then he talks about his rejoicing in blessings as well. So there's this theme of rejoicing that goes through the whole thing as well. But I just wanted to focus on today on a couple of bits from chapter 1. There's so much that we could focus on, but I love the prayer that he prays in verse 9, and the way that he lets the church, he does it in Ephesians as well, he lets the church know, this is what I'm praying for you guys, this is what I really long for you guys. And he says, and this is my prayer, that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. And there's this sense in Paul that he just longs for them to know more and more about love. He just would your love abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight. It's like there's more of love. There's more of love to understand. There's more of love to know. There's more of love to grasp. And as we do that, it impacts the way that we live and it impacts our lives. He says, look, so that that your love may abound, so that you may be able to discern what is best and may be pure and blameless until the day of Christ, filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ to the glory and praise of God. So it's like the more of love we know, the more of it we understand, the more of God we understand, and the more of God we understand, the more it impacts our lives, the more we fully understand how he wants us to live. So there you go. There's a prayer, maybe just to pray for yourself today. Maybe pray it for those that you know and that you love, who are part of your church or part of your youth group or whatever it is. Just pray this in for them today as well. And then I love that you can't mention Philippians chapter 1 without mentioning, for me to live is Christ and to die is gain, which we read there as well. And there's a sense in Paul that he just knows that whatever happens to him, Jesus is there and Jesus is with him, and one is good and the other is good too. And there's a sense that it's just he's so full of excitement about life. Wherever he is, whatever he's doing, he's rejoicing, because whatever happens, he's with Jesus.